Hi everyone, I'm Jay,
I'm Colin.
and this is Star Wars Conversations. Hey, how you doing, Colin?
Hey, I'm very good. I'm really excited because we've got an extra special guest with us today, Jay.
We
Would you
do.
like to do some introductions here?
Yep, we've got a special guest here. He portrayed Major Arhul Hextrophon during the medal ceremony in Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, and his name is Nick Joseph. Hi, Nick.
Yay!
Hello there. How are you all?
We're good,
Brilliant.
thank you. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
So,
Yeah, real honour to have, real true someone who's been in Star Wars, the original New Hope. Oh, so exciting to have you on.
yeah,
Great. Nice
Yeah.
to be here. Nice
give
to
us
be on.
an insight as to what it was like in 1976 filming it.
Well, who knew what it was going to turn out like? Hey,
I was just born that year.
Yeah, call the other one. Well, actually, what actually happened was that the agent I had at the time, she said to me, "You've got a couple of days spare. Do you fancy doing a cheap film called Star Wars?"
It was a cheap film as well, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So I said, "Yeah, okay, let's go along and do it." She said, "Well, you'll have to go and do an interview first. You've got to see somebody called George Lucas." So I said, "Who's he?" She said, "Well, he's going to be the director of the film." Okay. Anyway, I went along to London and walked in there, and he said to me, "My name's George Lucas, and your name's what, Nick Joseph?" I said, "Yes, that's right." He said, "Great. Okay. What it is," he said, it's a sci-fi film called Star Wars, and I want somebody to be a medal bearer." I said, "Well, what do you mean, a medal bearer?" He said, "Well, what it is it's going to be a war, and at the end of the war, all the heroes come down and they are presented with the heroes' medals." I thought, well, easy enough done. I said, "Yeah, okay. What do you want me to do after that?" He said, "Well, we'll sort all things out after that. You're down for 2 days." I said, "Okay, great, fair enough." Anyway, a week later, I went and had a fitting for the costume, walked into Moss Bros, and they went, "Oh." I said, "What do you mean, oh?" He said, "We've got a costume here for someone who's about 6'6" and about a 40-inch chest." Well, if you cut the legs down, cut the arms off, it'll fit. They had to go and find something else. Anyway, they got something. And a couple of weeks later, we went down to Elstree and started shooting. That 2 days turned into 2 weeks.
Did you say
2
they were
weeks?
holding the costume in Moss Bros? This is in a rental store.
That's it.
Wow. I
That was
didn't know
it.
they did that. I just suddenly got a whole new respect for that store.
Yeah. Well, in them days, you could go to Moss Bros, you could go to lots of other places, but they wanted Moss Bros. So who's to complain? Go and get it done. Anyway, got onto the stage, and George Lucas was there with Gary Kurtz and quite a number of other people, and that was it really. And all hell let loose.
So
how come it went from 2 days to 2 weeks then?
Well, initially, as I say, it was 2 days, and then they wanted a lot of other shots, a lot of close-up shots at different angles and things like that. And then they brought the still photography as well, and he was doing different shots, different angles and stuff like that as well. And that's how I got a lot of my photographs.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that whole scene, obviously, everyone listening to this will know exactly what we're talking about, but it's the end scene of A New Hope, and it's really iconic, and obviously you've got the main characters there, you're standing right next to them, which is so cool. But it's such a grand room. I mean, what was it actually like? Was it anywhere near as big as it looks in the film, or was it just like clever way that they shot it?
It was a clever way of doing things. I mean, I don't know if you've been to Elstree Studios at all.
No, I haven't, unfortunately. I'd love to.
The studio itself isn't that big. I mean, it's nothing like, what can I say? Elstree is a shortish studio itself. It's not too big, but the way they portrayed it is when the actors came out, the main actors came out and walked down the steps, all the guards were along the side.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did, as the camera passed the guards at the back came forward.
Right.
So it's the same ones replicating themselves.
That's it. That's yeah. So this is how it happened all the way down, and it just showed you that you had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of guards and rebels there all the time.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So obviously, like with the main cast being there, and you said that filming went from 2 days to 2 weeks. You must have had some time, just behind the scenes, hanging out with them and that kind of stuff. Did you get to know any of the main guys, like Mark Hamill or Carrie Fisher or anyone?
Yeah. I got to know Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill quite well, and in fact, over the years, Carrie Fisher and myself used to contact each other on Facebook.
Oh wow!
Oh, cool!
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So obviously very sad when you heard that she passed away.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Real loss.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? That happens over a period of years that things do take their toll on their bodies, but
definitely, yeah. So in terms of obviously that's all right, okay. In terms of, like I say, when getting to know Carrie and Mark, what was actually filming with them like? Well, I mean, I guess they were all relative unknowns then as well. So was there sort of like, was it a fun shoot? Was it a bit, how were they? And how were the cast?
We had some good laughs.
Oh, good.
Carrie was one of these people, when she's got herself into that mode, don't turn your back on her.
A bit of a trickster, was she? Or?
Well, we did have some good laughs doing it. In fact, when the doors opened at the end and they walked down, somebody farted. It wasn't just a fart; it was just one that you could be proud of.
Brilliant. Who was it, Carrie?
Well, nobody would own up to it, you see, that's the thing. And anyway, we did that shot 5 times or more. Finally got it all in the can. We got up on the stage. All the medals were dished out. And Carrie turned to Harrison Ford and she put the medal over to him. And between Carrie and Harrison Ford and little Luke Skywalker standing there looking, you could just about see me in the picture.
Right.
On my face, and I've just shouted out, "Who farted, Carrie?" That started everybody off again.
I bet George looked back
in and said, "Look, people," or words to that effect.
Yeah.
Can we get on with this filming?
So what was George Lucas like? Because obviously you met him definitely when you were being cast and stuff. What was he? I mean, we hear these stories about how he's not really a people person and that kind of thing. How was he?
Well, I found him all right. I mean, he was a bit off on the odd occasions, but he was all right to me. But, you catch people on good days and catch people on bad days. If things are not working out right and people are just messing about too much, then obviously the director will start to come in and say, come on, let's get this sorted out. But on the whole, he was great. He was great.
They were under a lot of pressure with that movie as well to get it out on time. At what point in filming was this scene done? Was it because obviously movies aren't done in order? So was this near the beginning of shooting, or was it towards the end, or like?
I think we were sort of 2/3 of the way through the movie
Right.
when this was coming in.
And so,
of course, there was another guy, also another medal bearer.
Mhm.
They pulled out the crowd. What's his name? Derek Lyons.
okay.
Right.
Derek Lyons, yes.
Sounds like you have a story about him.
There's so many stories about him as well, but we won't go into that anymore. I like Derek, and I've tried so many times to get him to come and do little shows for 2 medal bearers.
Oh yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah.
Don't want to know. I saw him 3 weeks ago at another convention we did. Just totally ignored me.
Ah.
So, okay, that's it. Forget it.
Well, he's never coming on this show then. Yeah, he's dead to us.
Yeah.
In fact, I had somebody contact me today on Facebook, a friend on Facebook, and he said to me, "Do you know Derek Lyons?" I said,
Right.
"Well, I did." He went, "Oh, yes, you are another one of the storytellers, are you?" I said, "No, I don't tell stories about Derek." I said, "If people want to know Derek, you ask Derek."
Right.
Ah,
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
So, being there on the Elstree set, I assume that there was a whole bunch of other stuff there, not just the set for the medal ceremony. Did you get to see much else? Did you see any of the costumes backstage, or did you ever see David Prowse suited up as Vader? And if so, what was that like at the time?
I never saw David talk because all the parts we were doing was all the rebels.
Mm.
We never saw the other side at all. And the situation at that time was just completely rebel sections.
Right.
And when I'd finished all my bits and pieces, they all came out, and there was a big cheer. And we thought, well, what are they cheering about? You know, because that was one of the most iconic scenes. Well, so I'm told, one of the most iconic scenes which has been done on Star Wars, about the medals being given, because people keep saying to me, every time I see that scene, the hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
I mean, well, it is an amazing scene. I mean, it's probably, I mean, I think just the whole crescendo of the film, you've got that fantastic score by John Williams that accompanies the giving out of the medals. It's just such a brilliant feeling part of the film, isn't it? And also you get that real throughout the whole film, particularly Carrie as Leia is so in control and stern, but in that scene you really get like what seems to be a real genuine smile and that, you know, it's such a really heartwarming part of it.
Probably her laughing at the fart.
Yeah, the farts. Yeah.
Something that I always remember her by was that smile.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She was so lovely, so friendly. I mean, even the first day I walked on the set, she put her arms around me and cuddled me and said, "Oh, you know,
that's really nice."
It was great, really, really great.
And you were putting obviously in that scene you've got the droids and you've got Chewbacca. What did you make of that? I mean, you must have been thinking, what is going on here?
Absolutely, yeah. And because you know, you see C3, excuse me, little C3PO there, and you think to yourself, well, what's all this about? You know, and then it starts to move, and you think, "Oh, crike, what's in there? Is there anybody in there?" Well, in there when they were doing the shots, it was just a remote control thing.
Oh,
you know?
and then you have Kenny Baker, who obviously
they
sort of brought that.
and just left a little automatic one there.
Right.
Kenny, well, we got some good laughs out of him as well. In fact, all of us on the set seemed to be all good mates when we finished.
Oh, excellent.
We all knew each other. The only person who wasn't sort of clicking in was Harrison Ford.
I was going to ask you about him.
Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
I'm not surprised. Yeah,
He was a bit distant to us.
Right.
He really was. But I mean, he was okay. But at the end of his scenes, when he used to finish that, he used to disappear
right.
to his cabin, his dressing room.
So you see lots of different interviews and stuff to do with A New Hope, and a lot of people say when they came onto that movie, they were just like, "This film isn't going to be very good or anything special." Like, what was the feeling on set? Was that a general thing for most people? Like, what is this rubbish?
It wasn't really spoken about too much about it. It was one of those things: go in, do your job, go home, wait for the check to arrive.
Right.
Sure.
But when we spoke to people after who was in the same movie but not in the same scenes that I've done, they were saying that in their parts of the movie it was the same thing. People got friendly and they sort of went out at lunchtime and had a drink with each other, and and this how it got to be, I think, a good friendly movie at the time.
That's good.
Sorry, go on.
No, not to say no. That's really sort of glad to hear that. Really, you don't like to think that a film you cherish so much there was any bad attitude or bad atmosphere behind it. So I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah, I mean the guys I meet today. I mean Chris Bunn, who's a stormtrooper.
Yeah,
I meet Chris quite often. We've done convention actually last weekend together. A load of the other guys, we always seem to get together at some interval. Now,
right.
I'm doing a big convention on December the 9th.
This is SW40.
SW40.
Now, so, am I right in saying, so you spoke to Jeff Cummings, who's doing that convention? Was it you that suggested to him that this happens?
That's right.
And it was to do with the 40th anniversary, right? This is what you wanted.
He's my agent.
Oh, he's your agent?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh, I didn't realise that.
And I've also got an agent in Florida.
Right.
Because Jeff and this lady in Florida have just now got together.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
on the show a couple of weeks ago.
I'd say we should probably do a big thank you to Jeff, because Jeff's obviously connected us to you, Nick, and it was kind of him to put us in touch with you and invite you onto the show. And we've got Coventry Comic Con coming up this weekend on Sunday, the 1st of October. I'll be there. I'm really excited about that. And as you've just said, Nick, what we're really excited about is SW40, which is going to be yourself and quite a few people from Star Wars and the different films all coming together for a big celebration, really celebrating the fact that we've had 40 years of Star Wars, which must feel amazing to you, Nick. How do you feel about 40 years? What's your thoughts on that?
It's unbelievable. I mean, 40 years ago, cracking, and it's still going.
It's still going.
In fact, last weekend, excuse me, I had a family come up. It was mum and dad, the daughter was 11, and the little lad was 7. He was dressed as Darth Vader. Had this poster of the original poster on metal.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah. In fact, I've got one here as well.
Nice.
He said, could you sign this for me? I said to him, yeah, it cost you £600. He went, oh, I haven't got that much, because Mum and started laughing. So I said, tell you what, I'll sign it for you and give us your helmet. I'll sign that for you as well. And give us that picture. I'll sign that for you as well, if you buy a medal as well. And Dad said, done.
Nice.
Brilliant.
So he bought a medal for 15 quid, and I signed all 3 for him as well.
That's really good.
Well, this is it, isn't it? you've got to make the kids happy.
Definitely.
What's
Definitely.
it going to cost me? It's just a signature.
Exactly. So what's it been like since, obviously, you've been attending conventions, and obviously there's been a massive resurgence in the past few years, and how have you found that, and what's the opportunity been like for you? What's the fans, when you get to talk to them, like?
Well, I've been invited off to America. We were in Gibraltar this year, Malta, plus all over here, Germany, Holland, wherever they want me.
Nice.
If free, I'll go.
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, why not? Why not? What an opportunity for you.
Again, wherever you go, you're meeting new people, new fans. Keep your fans happy. That's the thing. The more fans you get, the better it becomes, and more times you get involved with other conventions.
Absolutely. So going back to, obviously, after filming and the film comes out and you finally see it, what were your thoughts then? How surprised were you about it? Or?
Well, I got invited to the premiere. Excuse me. And I took my daughter. She was only 5 at the time. Anyway, we walked up there and got into London, sat down because the film came on. And as the last scene came in, when they all came down, got to my scene, and she stood up and she shouted out, "Look, Dad, there you are!"
Brilliant. Oh, excellent.
Sit down. Everybody clapped and laughed.
Oh, excellent.
What a great
really...
moment as well to take your daughter to the premiere of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And what did you actually think of the film, Nick? Is it your type of film? Is this your kind of thing you enjoy?
Well, I was not into Star Wars or anything sci-fi at the time, but after seeing it, once it was all put together, magnificent.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was.
You were converted.
For a cheap film that's made on $2.5 million or $3 million, well, we had 3 medals on the set.
Right.
One medal had legs. And whoever's got that medal obviously can't sell it now.
No, absolutely not.
Because it's got both those medals, and he's insured both for $2.5 million.
Wow.
Whoa. That is crazy.
Great. And I did a convention in Elstree, which was Empire Day.
Right.
I actually had one of those medals with me. And I also had the other one when I went to Manchester. Now, what was that called? For the Love of the Force.
Oh, right. Okay. Brilliant.
And I had that.
That must be scary, having those in your hands, I would have thought.
Yeah. Well, all the medals that I've got, which I sell now, are the actual size, actual colour, same colour ribbon.
Oh, nice.
What I've done now, I've done a little story of the history of actually what has happened to Major Arhul Hextrophon.
Oh, okay.
I'll give that away with the medal.
Oh, wow, cool. So are you going to be selling some of those at SW40?
Say what?
Will you be selling the medals at SW40?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I sell them to every convention I go to.
Oh, good. Well, we'll
brilliant.
be there, so I'll come and get one off you.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
We'll be there.
I've got my own little figure as well now.
I was about to ask you about that. So have they made a official figure? Is this from Hasbro? Is it?
It's it's made by a company in London.
Ah, okay.
What's it called? Made by a guy called, what's his name? Martin Lacey and Co.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're selling those as well?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
If you want one of them, they're £1,000 to you.
Oh, God. Bargain.
Well worth it.
35 quid to everybody else.
Brilliant. Oh, that's really cool. Did you? Sorry. So what were you saying?
I take everything with me: my photographs, my medals, because a lot of the medals are framed, and at the bottom of the framed big medals, I've got the authorization from Lucasfilms.
Ah, okay, cool. Very cool.
So have you got any other interesting stories of things that may have taken place while you were filming episode 4, maybe with some of the other cast members?
Yeah, I mean, what happened was Mark Hamill came up the steps and fell over.
Brilliant.
Yeah, tripped up the last step and fell at the feet of Carrie.
Oh, wow.
He said, I know you love me, Mark, but you don't have to get down that far.
So what was he like? Because obviously he must have been very young and all new to this. And was he excited about being on the set? Or?
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a good guy. It's another one who's very friendly as well.
Good.
In fact, they both invited us out to a dinner at a restaurant one night, and we got to the restaurant. We got there by chauffeur-driven limousine.
Nice.
Outside this restaurant, and there's a guy on the door, or two guys on the door, and they opened the door and they saw Carrie Fisher there and Mark Hamill, because they'd been down to the studios a couple of days previously as security people.
Yeah.
And anyway, jaw-dropping, escorted us in, which was so noisy. And we got us into the restaurant, and it went deathly quiet, because everybody turned around and saw Carrie and Mark walk in. Nobody worried about me, because they didn't know who I was. So anyway, people wanted autographs, but they weren't allowed to do it. The security men said, no, sorry, you're not allowed to do it at the moment. But we walked outside to another little bar. They stayed at the table, and there we were, signing a few autographs without them.
Oh, very naughty. Oh, that's cool.
But what special autographs to have, right, done at that time, you know?
You know, the thing about it is, when people come and ask you about an autograph, why do lots of people say no?
I don't know. It's crazy.
It's some of the big actors, I say big actors, some of the actors are up themselves all the time. They get a part in a movie or on TV, and look at me, I'm pinging me braces, I'm a star. You know?
Yeah.
I don't get it, because really it's their fans that make them. Without the fans, they wouldn't be where they are. So, you know, it is really part of, they should embrace the attention from the fans. I mean, if you don't want to be famous, then, you know, if you want to be famous, expect to get the attention, and, you know.
I mean, I was in Bromley last weekend doing a con, and they had Star Wars and Doctor Who and etc. etc. And outside was a couple from VIII.
Yeah.
Right.
They were sitting at their own table outside, and because you probably know, I did a couple of eps of VIII.
Yeah.
Because that's 40 years next year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's flown by.
And Jeff's putting a convention on in January for that.
Oh, is he? Because there's somebody, I've forgotten my lady's name, from VIII. It's at Coventry on Sunday as well.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting.
Anyway, these two were outside, and I hadn't met them, for what, 40 years maybe? Just under, something like that. And I went to say hello, and she looked at me and went, oh, hello. And that was it.
What's that all about? It's crazy. Yeah.
For you, you know, you're 67 years of age now.
Yeah. Be nice.
No,
yeah, exactly.
People know VIII.
Yeah.
Not like Star Wars or Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's not quite the same, is it? No, definitely not.
But it doesn't cost anything to be nice, you know.
No, of course not.
I mean, you know, it's the same with the guy. I was in Boston, in Massachusetts, and the guy who played Bionic Man,
Lee
Majors.
Lee Majors. What I normally do when I go to conventions, if I don't know people, I'll just walk up and just introduce myself and say, hello, I'm Nick Jersey, I did Star Wars and Doctor Who. He went, oh yeah, and turned away and looked up. I thought, up yours as well.
Oh, how rude.
There's a
Very
lot of
rude.
people that aren't going to get to come on this show.
Yeah, all these people, we're going to block them. Definitely. They ain't coming on it. So did you say you were in Doctor Who as well?
Sorry?
Did you say that you'd been in Doctor Who as well?
Yes, I did 4 episodes of Doctor Who with 3 different doctors.
Well, Colin's
I didn't
a massive
realise.
fan.
Yeah, I am a massive Doctor Who fan as well. So, what episodes were you in, or with what Doctors? Sorry.
I did The Leisure Hive as Chris with Tom Baker.
Oh, cool.
I did Black Orchid and Terminus with Peter Davison. And I did Mark of the Rani with Colin Baker.
Oh, very cool. That is awesome. Very, very cool.
And,
so what was that like? I bet that was a completely different experience, wasn't it?
Well, Colin and I meet up quite often on different shows, and I'm with him last weekend.
Yeah.
And we did another convention in Lincoln.
Right.
I was there doing Star Wars, he was there doing Doctor Who. And we were both on the stage just together, the two of us, doing a Q&A.
Right.
Somebody had a question, how do you pronounce your character name in Star Wars? I said, Major Arhul Hextrophon. And Colin said, is it Major Arhul without the S?
Oh, that was nice of him.
Everybody then cracked up.
Yeah, I bet.
When I see him now, he says, good morning, S.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we've had some good times. I've not met Tom Baker since the day I did it, but I met Peter Davison on the odd occasion with different conventions we've been to. That's we've had some good times. I mean, again, we did what was it? Black Orchid.
Yeah.
Where we had to play cricket, and I played the cricket captain of the opposing team.
Oh, I know that. Yes, I know that bit. Yeah, cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to rewatch it now.
Yeah. But, what was the other one? Terminus. Was where I got captured when they had that disease, and they were going to terminate me.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
But
Cool.
I got out of that one all right.
Oh, that's excellent. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, Mark of the Rani, I played Luddite. It was about they're supposed to have the Rani had supposed to have extracted my brain fluids, but not quite all of it.
That's how I feel at the moment.
I kidnapped Nicola Bryant, who played
Perry,
who's assistant.
Yeah.
I kidnapped her and took her back to the shed where I was had a gun thrust to my head. I had to let it go, unfortunately.
I remember that. Actually, yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
I must admit, I would like to kidnap Perry as well. That would be quite nice.
And we went over the scene. We did it. Nicola said, right, we're going to do this scene. How are you going to grab me? And I looked at her. Her chest was about 40 inches at the time. And I said, well, which one do you want me to hold?
Oh, brilliant. Oh, excellent. Yeah.
Grab hold of me and see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I met Nicola quite often. But,
I actually met her at Reading, I think, last year at a convention in Reading. Yeah, very nice lady. Very nice to meet. Oh, excellent. That is so. Well, I'm really glad you told us about that, Nick. I didn't realise, and now I'm remembering all these classic scenes.
Now you have to go back over all the episodes again.
Yeah, and rewatch them all. Yeah, that's fantastic. So
I'm off to Devon next week for 4 days. We're doing a Doctor Who convention down there.
Okay.
I'm doing it with Colin Spall.
Right.
And a couple of other guys, Matthew Dale and Clem So.
What date is that?
Sorry?
What date is that?
5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, is it? I think it is. Let me just check.
The following, not this weekend, the weekend after, is it?
Weekend after, yeah. It's 6th, 7th and 8th in 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. It's at the Sandway Beach Holiday Park in Combe Martin, Devon.
And you're there all of those days, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so any Star Wars fans that are also Doctor Who fans can come and say hello at that convention next week.
Have you got anything else coming up that you'd like to tell people about?
This weekend I've got there's a race, a 5-mile athletic race in Harrow Wood in Essex. I'm going down there to start that.
Oh, cool. Did you give the medals out at the end?
Oh, that's what should happen.
Yeah, it's all done for a big charity, so I've done it for free.
Oh, excellent.
Because they wanted to offer me money for doing it. So I said, well, what's it for? And they said it's for the charities. One's like for the children's charity. So I said, no, put that money towards the children's charity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Then Kidderminster, I've got one up there. And then where am I going then? I'm off to no, I'm not. I'm off to the Isle of Wight.
Ooh.
What's happening there?
A big convention. It's the Isle of Wight Comic Con. I get back on the 6th of November, pack my bags, and then I'm off to Australia for the convention in Brisbane.
Nice.
Wow. That's good. That's good timing. That's good time.
And then, of course, you'll be at SW40 on the 9th of December in Coventry. So
yeah, I get back that 2 days before the Coventry one.
Enough time to
and
sleep.
Then 16th of December, we've got another one in Hornchurch in Essex, and that's it.
Well, you're very busy this year.
Yeah, that is really busy. Wow.
You're going to more conventions than Colin.
Yeah, and I try and go to a lot.
Yeah, I've got 8 booked for next year already.
Wow, that is good. Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
I just remembered my question I was going to ask you a while ago. I was going to ask about the backstory of your character, and did you expect there to be a story developed? Because I know he appeared in the source book, and then he had a bit more life come from that. Did you follow any of that, or did you know anything about it? Or
No, I didn't at the time, but I don't know if you know Star Wars Bessie.
Yeah.
Well, they made a character in there, and they did the part of Major Arhul Hextrophon, the whole story.
Oh, really?
Right.
Mm.
Oh.
In fact, what I've done, I've downloaded it and got it onto a DVD.
Oh, cool.
If you want one, I'll send one over to you.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. Yeah,
Amazing,
please.
yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
2 of them, I'll send 2 over.
Awesome. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much, Andy. Well, look, I mean, it's been. We don't want to keep you too late, and it's getting pretty late. So, I just really want to thank you again for coming on.
Yeah.
It's been so interesting to hear about. I mean, again,
Pleasure.
I'm just so excited to speak to someone that's actually been in Star Wars.
I know.
And it's just amazing.
What an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it was good. I mean, who knew it was going to be so iconic as it is?
Yeah, I'm sure no
George
one did.
Lucas, because he made sure that he got a cut of all the merchandise.
Tell you something now, one half his dinner money.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again.
Tell you what, send us an address over. Send it over on Facebook or email or whatever, and I'll drop a couple in the post to you.
Oh,
Brilliant.
that's brilliant.
Thanks
Thank you so much, Nick. That's really, really good of you. Very kind. And like I say, we're really looking forward to meeting you in person at SW40. Really looking forward to that. And yeah, it'd be good to catch up with you then. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thank you again for coming on, Nick, and hopefully we'll speak to you soon.
That's my pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Major Arhul Hextrophon, aka Nick Joseph.
Yes. What a lovely guest that was.
It really was. And what a nice guy, and what an amazing experience to to be there back in the year that we were born, dude.
No, man. I tell you what, So I'd just love to be in there and see what happened. And I mean, I'm sure he probably couldn't say half the things that he saw.
They've got their own stories, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, you know, that was good to have the interview there. We've been going nearly an hour, so shall we quickly skip around the rim?
Yeah. You've got anything you want
There's
to?
a couple of little things that happened. You know, I thought I might just mention them in case people wanted to hear some of this excitingness. Actually, it's not that much exciting. There's one bit that's quite exciting. I know you're very excited about.
Yeah!
No, don't go into it yet. So, first one is apparently 9th of October will be the date that the trailer comes out. StarWarsNewsNet.com have got someone who they consider a reliable long-time source, and they have confirmed to them that it is definitely going to happen during Monday Night Football on the 9th of October. So that's not far away. It's next week. So you know, Monday week, there'll be something to look forward to. The second bit is Forces of Destiny, your favourite, returns on October 1st with a 30-minute special, which will feature at least 2 of the shorts. At least 8
What, the ones we've already seen?
No, new ones.
Oh, right.
Special. There'll be at least 8 segments that are going to make up Wave 2 of Forces of Destiny. So you're very excited about that, I'm sure. I'm very like, oh god.
I haven't watched all of them yet. The ones that have been out.
Oh, then you're not that excited.
I am excited, but so what? They're about 2 minutes each normally. So what? We got like 15.
There's going to be a 30-minute special that's going to feature at least 2. So I don't know what that special is going to be about. Maybe they're going to be talking about
how they make it.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And then the whole season is going to be 8 episodes.
I think it's going to be about how women are so important to the franchise, and they that's what it's going to be about.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. The third thing was Ron Howard released 2 new photos from the Solo movie, and with it he also tweeted that it's desperate and dangerous times in the galaxy. The pictures, StarWarsNewsNet.com adjusted the colour settings on them, and so on one of the pictures, because it all looks like, you know, like there's a sandstorm and stuff like that, one of them shows 2 guards with helmets and capes, and the other one shows what appears to be a stormtrooper sitting on the ground. And also at the same time they revealed that Emilia Clarke finished filming her scenes in Han Solo over a week ago, and now to celebrate she's dyed her hair blonde.
I saw that. Yeah.
So those were those bits of news. Then there's this other thing that came out, some kind of trailer dropped, and it was for
it wasn't a trailer, it was an amazing like 5-6 minute long,
it was a 5-minute long
it's a celebration.
It was a trailer with John Boyega, and it was about Star Wars Battlefront II, which I must say did look really good.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Really good. Every time I start to go, I'm not too sure about this game, they drop something like that, and then I'm like, I think I might have to buy it after all. So
I think you should. I mean, look, I love that thing. It was, first of all, it was more like it was basically a sales pitch by John. Yeah. Obviously, he's being paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
But it was basically, it's called What is Star Wars? What is not is What is Star Wars? What is Star Wars Battlefront 2? And I think we know what that is. And it really, he just went through all the different types of modes. He explained like some of the gameplay way, you know, how they're going to use the different class systems. But what really excited me was they literally had screenshots of all the different planets that we're going to be able to go to, and I think there was like 4 that were only just for the single player campaign, but there were at least, I think part of the spiel was there's about 3 times as much everything,
and then they showed, and they showed the different types of character classes and that kind of stuff, didn't they?
Just look, and 3 times as many heroes.
You could even be an Imperial officer.
Yeah, amazing.
So what are you doing? You go and kill them. I'll wait here.
To be honest, you could be an Imperial officer in the latest update of Battlefront 1 as well.
And is it a good character to play?
Well, to be honest, it's the same character, just a different skin in Battlefront 1. But
I'm sure it'd be the same in this.
I say no. Well, they've got the 4 classes,
Right.
So it's different gameplay for the 4 different classes.
Right.
And I guess the one thing in there, again, they talked about microtransactions and how you earn points, and you can earn points in the offline version as well, which is good to hear. I'm still a little bit. I mean, the big plus side, the big advantage this has got compared to the first one is that, one, there's a lot more content from the beginning, but 2, there will be what's it called? What's the
Downloadable
phrase?
content.
Yeah, DLC.
That's
the words. But it won't be chargeable like for the Battlefront 1 was like you had to buy the season pass or buy them individually. Everything's going to be free, but this game will have microtransactions in it.
Right.
Which
you expect these days in most games anyway.
Yeah, and they've made the promise that anything that you would be able to buy, you can earn.
Right. Yeah.
But I guess for anyone like me, I'd never have the time to spend earning it. So I'm expecting to spend loads of money on the game.
And I never ever buy microtransactions. So
I never have either. But
so I just go, you know what, I'll do without.
I might give in. I don't know if I can't play the game.
I must say that the space battles did look really, really good. And I was just like, I've said to you before, the thing that bugs me on the space battles is the ability to spin. Like, why do I have to charge up a battle?
They were spinning.
It's stupid. So as long as I can do that whenever I want, I'm liking the look of the space battles, and then I'll play it. And for me, like, I don't generally like the ground stuff on the Battlefront games that much. It's the spaceships that I like the most. So,
I hope you get to go spin, Jay.
So do I.
But I'm really excited about arcade mode. That really excited me, which is the offline version where, if it's hopefully like the original Battlefront games, where you can literally just pick and choose where you wanted to go and then play offline. I mean, because John talks about, you can practice and build your skills up there before you get into multiplayer, which, to be fair, would be a massive advantage for people like me who are rubbish.
Well, I was talking to an old friend of mine today, and he said, "Oh, are you?"
I'm your old friend.
This is a different one. He goes, "Are you going to get Star Wars Battlefront?" I was like, "Yeah, I probably am." And he's like, "Oh, good, because I want to play. So maybe, like, there's 3 of us, or maybe if you know someone else, we can get a little group of us together. And we can make. I know someone. Well, there you go.
My mate Chicken Dave will be up for it. Chicken Dave.
Brilliant. We'll have a little squad. And we'll go around and we'll have each other's back and we'll kill everyone. You heard it here
Sounds amazing, dude. And also, anyone on the Star Wars Conversation Facebook group could join our little squad, couldn't they?
Yeah, oh yeah. Can you imagine?
Or the Taylor Network.
All 300 of them.
Yeah.
That'd be
God, what a squad that would be. What else is in that game?
I always played an Imperial, by the way. Just saying.
Oh, okay. You also got a real good look at what the name of the games are. The multiplayer games, there's Strike Mode, which is the more tactical thing, which I will probably enjoy, because what I love in the original one is Drop Zone, where you have to capture the thing and stuff. So I like a bit of tactical stuff. But there's another Blast, which was basically the same as before. It's literally just small teams trying to kill each other, which is cool. There's Galactic Assault instead of I can't remember what it's called in the Battlefront ones. Oh, Walker Assault, isn't it? But this one's called Galactic Assault, and this is the game I think you're going to love, Jay, because it absolutely brings all of it together. You've got all the fighting on the, like you do person to person, but it also incorporates ships. You can just get in a ship and you can fly off into space.
That's my favourite type. I could be in a Star Destroyer running around shooting people, run over to the hangar, get into a TIE fighter, get out into space. That's my favourite bit. That's what I want, because I like having a bit of a cross between the two,
But I'll tell you what really excited me was just looking at what planets we get to visit. We've got Yavin again.
Yeah.
We've got Camino.
And you can be Death Troopers.
You can be Death Troopers. I'll tell you what I was getting excited about, though, was it's more about the fact that I loved the first 2 Battlefronts from the old PlayStation 2.
I especially like the second.
Yeah, and those environments are the environments I love from those games. Kashyyyk, we've got Kashyyyk again. And
I'm guessing that we're going to get Scarif and Jeddah.
Well, we've already had Scarif on the
I stopped playing
on the download. So we've already had that. So I'm not sure if we will get that again.
Jeddah.
Cheddar, maybe. I don't think so. I think. I mean, you've got what you call it, where Mars's castle is. We've got that.
Oh right, yeah. The Takadano.
Takadano. To be honest, there's loads, but I can't remember what they all are.
Cool.
But I'm all excited. I tell you what, it looks so good, Jay.
What's the release date of it again? I can't remember. It's sometime in November, but when?
I don't know.
Maybe I should
15th.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe I should buy the bullet and put my pre-order. What do you reckon?
What I do know is the pre-order download for the beta starts officially on the 6th of October, which is next Friday.
No, maybe I'll get a pre-order in then.
But if you pre-order it, you can access it from the 4th. So,
what? Okay,
from Wednesday, do not speak to me because I am really working from home and I'm doing lots of work.
Well, I'm going to be getting paid on Friday, so maybe I'll pre-order it then.
I pre-ordered mine.
I know you did. I was going to, and I didn't.
Excited.
So, yeah.
I'm excited.
Right, so did you have anything else to add this week, Colin?
I tell you what, I had loads of theories come from last week after talking to Daryl, and now, one, I can't remember what any of them are, and two, my head hurts. So I'm not going to say.
We'll save them for next time, maybe.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
I tell you what, I've just had a lovely time. That's really been fun episode.
It was
I'm
fun.
really enjoying this today. There's something else I want to say. What is it?
I don't know, Colin. But I'll tell you what you can say. There's a whole bunch of places that people can find us. Other than our Facebook group, which is Star Wars Conversations, we're also on Twitter, which is at Star Wars Convo, or use the hashtag Star Wars Convo. Also Instagram, use the hashtag Star Wars Convo. But we're in a whole bunch of other places, including the Taylor Network of Podcasts.
Oh, what a wonderful place that is.
Would you like to tell us a bit about that?
I would. The Taylor Network of Podcasts, it's got many sides to it. There's a website where you can get all the latest news. There's a Facebook group where, again, great conversations happen. But the meat of the Taylor Podcast Network is the podcast. And so you can subscribe to the feed and download so many different episodes of different podcasts, all part of the lovely Taylor Network family. It's obviously ours, which is the best one. Second best one might be Go Trek Yourself if you're a massive Star Wars fan, Star Trek fan like me, and are enjoying Discovery.
I really like Discovery.
I love Discovery,
really
and
like it.
And what's really interesting is obviously JK, who co-hosts with Daryl, has got a load of insight to the background of it because he was involved in some of the design work and some of the publicity stuff.
I have questions for him. We need to get on that show again.
We do need to get on that show.
I want to talk about Discovery. I could sit and just talk about it, man. So
let's make sure we get ourselves invited on that since we had Daryl over last time. He can have us over for tea next time. And so... yeah, so that's a brilliant show. You've got No Apologies. You've got Nothing's On. You've got Double Page Spread. You've got Sunday Comics. You've got the new one I can't remember the name of. You've got loads of good stuff. So many good things. I'm plugging it really well. And what's great is you can get it on iTunes. You can get it on Google Play. You can get it on Stitcher. You can get it wherever you find podcasts. And you can also get our podcast. Obviously, you'll either listen to it on the Taylor Podcast Network, or you'll listen to it on our own feed. I didn't even know this, but if you just use some random podcast catcher, you can still find us because my mate did it in the pub earlier on.
Awesome!
So, nice.
That's how good we are.
Yeah, so you can just search for us, and my bloody name pops up.
There you go.
Yeah, nice.
So, doesn't my name pop up?
Yeah, yours did as well, but mine was first because I'm the best.
Oh, okay. So, if you're still listening after all that.
Oi.
We'd like to say...
I've got something else to say.
Oh, Colin's got something to say.
I've got to plug the Coventry Comic Con again.
Oh, okay.
Because I really can't thank Jeff enough for connecting us to Nick. That was really nice of him.
That was really
nice.
And
I'm really looking forward to going to it, and I will be there on Sunday. If any of you are there, please say hello.
And Colin will sign autographs for you.
I will, and boobs.
And boobs. And then, of course, on the 9th of December, we've mentioned earlier on, the Star Wars 40 SW40 in Coventry as well.
Yeah.
Right, so until next time.
Punch it, chewy, me old chum.
Ichuta.